Hey Pop, happy Father's Day. You saw the Mother's Day video that we made for Mom this year, so you know the drill. Let's get it started.
One thing that I love is your sense of humor, Dad. You are always making everybody laugh, and you're making me laugh. And even when you say the same joke over and over again, knowing I've heard it lots of times and still not understanding it all the way, you say it anyway, and you give me that side smirk, knowing just that. And I just want to let you know, little confession time, that even though I roll my eyes and pretend like I don't think it's funny, I still think it's funny. And I like seeing you laugh about it and joke with me. So, Dad, I do think you're funny, as far as you know.
I know Amanda, Abby, and I were always doing little things like skits and performances and singing around the house, but I will say that when I got into high school and I learned that you were in theater and you did things like Brigadoon, and I think it was called Up the Downward Staircase or something like that. I don't remember for sure. But when I learned that you did those things, I was like, whoa, my dad did theater too. So this is kind of cool. It was like a bonding moment. I like something that my dad used to like when he was younger. I just thought that was really cool.
One memory I have with you and April and Abby and myself was in Cape right before you had left for either a business trip or to move to Chicago. I remember us all being able to take a Polaroid picture with you. Mom was going to take one for us, and all of us were going to take an individual picture with you, and we got to pick how we wanted the picture to be. And April and Abby and I just tried to find the perfect place in our backyard and the perfect setting. For some reason, I picked up the 4 soccer cones that we had and set them out, and we took our picture against that wooden wall in our backyard. But I remember being so excited to be able to create this photo shoot with you and being able to take a picture with you so that we could have it for when you're away.
You also really influenced my technological side, because let's be honest, it wasn't Mom. When you first started taping all of our family vacations, that's when I really started to get interested in that medium, and I started wanting to take videos of us when we went places too. And then you started editing all of the footage together to make DVDs of our family vacations, and then I got interested in how you went about editing it. Whenever we get new technology in the house, like when I got my first Mac, or you got your first iPad, or now that you have this new tablet, it's fun for me to talk techie about that kind of stuff. And I like to do stuff on the internet, and stuff with video and photography, and I think you've heavily influenced that, because if you didn't bring those things into our house when I was in middle school and high school, I may have not have become interested in it, and I may have picked a whole nother major and had a whole nother life plan. I just appreciate you bringing that stuff in and teaching me about it, and that I can always come and talk to you about technology or show you a new video I've made.
I think I actually said it best in kindergarten with my first poem. So let me recite that now. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love to have fun. I love a hot dog on a bun. Now, Dad, you are 1/4 of the things that make me happy. Mom, you, having fun, eating hot dogs. Those are the only 4 things in life that I love. So you should feel honored by that.
I also fondly remember our bike rides when I was in high school. Early in the morning, we'd get up and we'd get dressed and go down to the river walk and ride our bikes. And I remember being in the cool, crisp air and not really seeing many other people out there that early. And I just really enjoyed spending time with you and getting to do that. And I really like riding on the bike trails now, probably thanks to you.
Some of my favorite memories were actually on the golf course with you. And though you think that the infamous memory is probably not a good memory in my book, it's one of my favorite memories. And for those of you that have not heard about the golf cart incident, you are in for a real treat. One time, I hit the ball so far, in my opinion. It was the farthest I'd ever hit a golf ball, and I was very, very proud of myself. So I was all excited. Dad was excited. We hopped into the golf cart and we were speeding away, looking for my ball. I hit it so far, we didn't know where it went, Didn't see where it went, so we were trying to find it. Looking around, looking around. Last second, Dad sees my ball. And he turns the golf cart as fast as he possibly can. I'm just off in La La Land in that moment, looking for my ball over here, I think. And I didn't know we were about to turn. Wasn't holding on to anything. And as soon as he made the sharp turn, I went that way, right out of the golf cart, rolling down the green. He braked immediately. He felt so bad that he had thrown me out of the cart. I was laughing my butt off because I thought it was hilarious. Probably had grass stains on my butt from that. But I thought it was hilarious, and it was one of my favorite memories that Dad and I have together.
One of the things I really appreciate that you always did was, I don't know if you missed a single soccer game of mine, especially in high school. You always came and you were on the sideline cheering, even if you were the only fan. My teammates and I always knew that you'd be there, either standing by the fence talking to me while I was in goal, or sitting in the bleachers cheering us all on.
Sometimes in soccer games, a defender or a midfielder would dump the ball down the field, and you knew I could sprint after it and catch up to it, so you would always shout, "Go!" right when I was supposed to start running. And no matter if there were 10 people on the sidelines or 100 people on the sidelines, for some reason, I could always hear you, and it acted as a little boost for me and let me feel your support. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
So I know the other girls are probably going to say this too because it was such a big part of our lives, but I want to thank you for coming to every single soccer game, softball game, volleyball game, track meet that you possibly could. But more than that, you didn't just come to see us when we were at our best. You also helped us so much. You helped us practice and work up our skills and get better. Remember that time when I got kicked in the stomach by one of my teammates who shall remain nameless because I stopped one of her goals from going in when I was goalie? What other father can say that they saw that experience? And even though I was never going to play basketball because I'm so freaking short, you played basketball with me and you played horse with me and you taught me how to shoot a basketball. And I always wanted to be better and I always wanted to be good at sports because you played sports a lot when you were in high school and when you were younger. And I always heard stories about how good you were and how much you liked to do motocross and how much you like to play football and play basketball. And I wanted to do that too. I wanted to impress you like you impressed your dad and your mom and your brother when you were younger.
Dad, I don't know if you know that I still remember this little vacation memory that we have. And it was probably insignificant in your mind, but I still remember it to this day, and it's actually one of my favorite vacation memories of ours. So I'm not sure which trip we were taking, but we were driving all day long. We were all very tired, excited to be at our destination, and instead of going to the hotel, you pulled into the movie theater, and we all instantly knew what that meant. We were going to see the new Shrek movie. And it was like the greatest moment of my life. I was like, yeah, my parents are so cool. My dad's so cool. He's taking me to see Shrek at 10:30 at night. What is he thinking?
My favorite memory of you and I is taking our trip to Italy. I loved being able to spend time with you and being able to do something that both you and I wanted to do together. Being able to see Rome and Venice and Florence and Sorrento, just wandering the streets and being able to really spend that time together and share that. And I am so thankful for the opportunity to do that.
This is a slightly older April talking. I'm currently editing the footage that Amanda and Abby sent me, and I wanted to let you know that we did not talk about anything that we were going to put in our videos because we wanted it to be genuine. So, with that in mind, continue watching.
I think you probably know that I can't watch The Jungle Book or listen to the Bare Necessities song without thinking of you.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife.
I mean, bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
It's one of my favorite movies, especially one of my favorite Disney movies, and I'll occasionally hear that song or it will pop in my head, and immediately my mind goes to you.
Whenever people ask me, who are your greatest role models in your life, I say my parents, and that my dad is one of the strongest people I have ever met. I look up to you more than anyone. You're my real life superhero. I've always felt that way about you. There's no one stronger, taller, smarter, funnier, greater than my dad in the entire world, and I still feel that way about you today, no matter how old I get. I'll always be your little girl. So thank you for all you do, Dad. I love you so much and hope you have a great Father's Day. Bye.
Dad, I hope you have a great Father's Day. I hope we can get together soon. I love you very, very much, and I'm so thankful for all the time we've got to spend together and look forward to seeing you again. Love you. Bye.
Dad, on this day, I just want to say that I love you so much, and I appreciate everything that you've done for our family. You worked so unbelievably hard to give us the education we wanted, to give us the ability to live in beautiful homes and in safe and nurturing communities. Not everyone gets to say that they grew up the way that I grew up and had the opportunities that I have had. And I'm so lucky to have a father who has taught me such valuable lessons. You taught me that it's okay and even desirable to be a smart, intelligent woman, to be independent, to have opinions, to be funny, and most importantly, to work hard for what you want. Thank you so much for always being there for me, Dad. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.